Your liver works hardest while you sleep, and most people never realize it. From around 10 p.m. onwards, this organ, which filters your blood, processes medications, and decides whether fat is burned or stored, shifts into overnight repair mode. The food you eat in that final hour before bed either helps it do its job or gives it extra work it cannot finish by morning. After age 60, this becomes even more critical. Nearly 1 in 3 adults currently has excess fat inside their liver, and most feel perfectly fine because a struggling liver doesn't hurt. There are no pain nerves inside it to warn you. By the time a routine blood test picks up the problem, damage has been quietly building for years. I have spent 15 years watching this silent issue turn into something serious. So tonight, I am giving you the evening fruits that actually help your liver clear out fat while you sleep. Some you will expect, a few will surprise you, and one is a fruit most people over 60 are told to avoid. At the end, I will share a simple bedtime drink that combines the best of them into one glass. Before I start, let me say this to anyone worried they have left it too late: you haven't. I have seen people in their 70s reverse fatty liver because the liver is one of the few organs that can genuinely repair itself. Once you stop overloading it and start giving it what it needs, that is why I do this work. I want you living longer, stronger, and healthier, well past the age when others told you to slow down. I have taken everything I tell my patients, the food, timing, and daily habits that actually move the needle, and put it into one simple plan. It has already helped thousands of people over 60 get their energy and numbers back. The link is on your screen whenever you are ready. Now let us talk about your liver. Here is what almost no one explains in a short office visit. Your liver is the busiest factory in your body, and it runs the night shift. While you sleep and are not eating, it pulls fat from storage and burns it for fuel, packages waste for clearance, and repairs its own cells. This is the fasting window, from your last bite at night to your first bite in the morning, and it is when the liver is meant to empty its tank. The problem comes from what we give it right before that window opens. If your last food is ice cream, crackers, or juice, you flood the liver with sugar and fat at the very moment it was about to start cleaning house. So instead of burning fat overnight, it spends the night storing it. Do that for years, and fat builds up inside liver cells. That is fatty liver or hepatic steatosis. Left alone, that fat inflames the liver, and inflammation over time becomes scarring. Timing matters just as much as what you eat. A fatty liver rarely announces itself. It moves quietly through stages. First fat builds up, then inflammation starts. That is steatohepatitis. And over years, that low fire lays down scar tissue that does not come back. The window to turn things around is early, and most people are sitting in it right now without knowing. The evening is your daily chance to use that window wisely. Every fruit I am about to share does one of 3 things overnight. It delivers antioxidants that mop up fat processing damage, carries soluble fiber that feeds gut bacteria and reduces fat reaching the liver, or provides plant compounds that flip the liver from storing fat back to burning it, and everyone is low enough in sugar to eat at night without spiking insulin. First, kiwi. Most people think of it as just a tart green fruit with vitamin C. And yes, 1 kiwi covers most of your daily C, which matters because your liver burns through antioxidants overnight. But the real reason I recommend kiwi at night is sleep. Kiwi is one of the few foods naturally high in serotonin, the calming chemical your brain uses to wind down. In a Taipei Medical University study, people who ate 2 kiwis an hour before bed fell asleep faster and slept longer. That matters because your liver does its repair during deep sleep. A fruit that deepens sleep protects your liver all night. On top of that, kiwi brings soluble fiber and polyphenols that calm inflammation. Eat 1 or 2 whole kiwis about an hour before bed. Eat the skin if you can. That is where much of the fiber and antioxidants are. Rinse and rub, and the fuzz is easy to handle. Second, blueberries. This one has the strongest direct evidence for the liver. The deep blue pigment, anthocyanin, is one of the most powerful liver protective compounds in food. Clinical trials show concentrated anthocyanins lower liver enzymes, ALT and AST, that signal stress. Blueberry anthocyanins cool liver inflammation and slow the liver's own fat-making machinery. Skipping this because berries feel like a treat means missing one of the cheapest forms of liver insurance. Frozen works just as well as fresh, often with higher pigment content. Use a small handful, about half a cup, on their own or stirred into plain yogurt. Keep the portion modest. Half a cup gives your liver what it needs without much sugar. Third, avocado. This one surprises everyone because most do not even know it is a fruit. For your liver, it may be the most useful one here. People avoid it because of the word fat, but that fat is monounsaturated, the same as olive oil, and it helps pull fat out of the liver rather than pack it in. Avocado also does something no other fruit here does as well. It is rich in glutathione, the master antioxidant your liver uses to detoxify everything. Your liver makes its own glutathione, but production falls with age, and a fatty liver burns through it fast. Eating avocado gives direct support to the system that cleans your blood overnight. It also has around 10 grams of fiber, which feeds your gut and slows digestion. A quarter to half an avocado in the evening is plenty. Mash with salt and lemon, or slice onto whole grain toast a couple of hours before bed. It is filling, so it stops late-night snack raids. So far, every fruit does the same quiet work, mopping up damage and slowing fat accumulation. Now the next 5 get more interesting, including the one your doctor may have told you to avoid. Fourth, red grapes. The color is the key. Red or purple grape skin is loaded with resveratrol, one of the most studied molecules in aging and liver research. Resveratrol activates switches that tell cells to burn fat instead of hoarding it, calms liver inflammation, and protects cells from oxidative stress during the night. Green grapes have much less, so choose red or purple. Grapes are sweeter, so portion is everything. About 10 to 15 is the right evening dose. Eat them whole, skin and all, because the resveratrol lives in the skin. Freeze them. They take longer to eat and feel like dessert, keeping you away from real ice cream. Fifth, apple. It works on your liver through your gut. Apples are one of the best sources of soluble fiber in the form of pectin. That pectin feeds good gut bacteria, which produce compounds that travel to the liver and tell it to calm down and store less fat. The gut-liver connection runs through the portal vein, and a healthy gut sends healthy signals. The apple also carries quercetin in its skin, an antioxidant shown to reduce fat and inflammation. Peel it, and you lose most of that. Eat it whole. A medium apple in the evening is ideal, a tart. Granny Smith has less sugar and more fiber. Slice it and sprinkle cinnamon on top for an extra blood sugar benefit. Eat it an hour or 2 before bed. Sixth, pomegranate. Almost no one reaches for it at night because it seems like a hassle. But those little ruby seeds are packed with punicalagins, some of the most potent antioxidants found in any fruit, stronger ounce for ounce than green tea or red wine. For your liver, that power goes straight to the problem. A fatty liver is under oxidative stress, and pomegranate quenches that stress. Research shows lower liver fat and calmer inflammation. It also helps handle triglycerides and supports the liver in clearing them out. Avoid bottled sugary drinks. They strip the fiber and concentrate sugar. Use fresh seeds, about a quarter to half a cup in the evening, on yogurt or by the spoonful. To seed it easily, cut it in half and tap the back with a wooden spoon over a bowl. The tart sweetness feels like a treat, which keeps you from eating things that harm your liver. Seventh, papaya. This is the one almost no one in this country thinks of for liver health. Papaya contains papain, an enzyme that breaks down protein and eases digestion. It is also packed with beta-carotene and vitamin C that the liver relies on. In places where papaya grows, the fruit and even its seeds have been used for liver support for generations. Modern research backs this up. Its antioxidants defend liver cells against fat accumulation and early scarring. It is gentle and low in sugar, so it is a smart nighttime choice. Use about 1 cup of fresh cubed papaya in the evening with a squeeze of lime for extra vitamin C. 8th, grapefruit. This is the surprise I promised, the fruit many people over 60 are told to avoid. Let me explain both sides. Grapefruit is one of the best fruits for a fatty liver. It is rich in naringenin, which pushes the liver to burn fat and reduces fat stored in liver cells. It also fights inflammation that leads to scarring. Ounce for ounce, few fruits do more for your liver. So why are people warned off it? Grapefruit blocks an enzyme in your gut called CYP3A4, which breaks down many medications. With that enzyme blocked, certain drugs, especially some statins and blood pressure pills, can build up to higher levels. If you take any prescription medication, do not add grapefruit until you have checked with your doctor or pharmacist. For many people it is fine, for some it is not. Only your own medication list can answer that. If cleared, half a grapefruit in the evening, or a few segments, is perfect. Sprinkle cinnamon to take off the bitter edge. Before I give you the bonus recipe, I need to be clear. These fruits support a fatty or stressed liver. They are not a treatment for a liver already in serious trouble. If you have yellowing skin or eyes, jaundice, pain or swelling in your upper right abdomen, dark urine, or unexplained leg or abdominal swelling, those are see a doctor signs. And if you have diagnosed liver disease, hepatitis, or take medication, add these only with your doctor's blessing, especially grapefruit. Food is the foundation, not the whole house. Let me tell you about Patricia. She was 64, retired, and came in feeling just tired. Her blood work showed elevated ALT, and an ultrasound confirmed a moderately fatty liver. She was stunned. She barely drank and thought liver trouble was only for drinkers. We did not start with a prescription. We started with her evenings. She used to wind down with cereal or cookies right before bed, right when her liver was meant to start its night shift. We swapped that. Some nights, kiwi and blueberries. Other nights, half an avocado on toast or apple slices with cinnamon. Weekends, grapefruit, after her pharmacist confirmed it was safe with her blood pressure pill. She also added a 10-minute walk after dinner. 3 months later, her ALT came down and her tiredness lifted. Her liver was doing what it does when you stop fighting it. None of it was a miracle. It was giving her liver its night shift back. Now the bonus, the Bedtime Liver Tonic. It takes 2 minutes. Into a blender, 1 whole kiwi, peeled or scrubbed, a 1/4 cup of blueberries, a 1/4 of an avocado, half a cup of plain, unsweetened kefir or yogurt, a splash of water, and a shake of cinnamon. Blend until smooth. It is low in sugar, rich in the antioxidants and fiber your liver wants overnight. Drink it about an hour before bed in place of the snack that used to undo your night. A few variations, add red grapes or pomegranate seeds for a dessert feel. If your stomach is sensitive, use water instead of kefir. A simple bowl of kiwi and blueberries with yogurt does most of the same work. The key is the swap, trading late-night starch for fruit. I left grapefruit out of the blended recipe because of the medication issue. Keep it separate and only if cleared. Here is what to do tonight in 5 steps. Close your kitchen earlier. Make your last food one of these fruits, not a starch or sweet, so your liver starts its night shift empty. Pick 1 fruit from tonight's list that you already have and eat a small portion about an hour before bed. For the full effect, make the Bedtime Liver Tonic, kiwi, blueberries, avocado, plain kefir, cinnamon. Add a 10-minute walk after dinner. It helps pull sugar out of your blood before it reaches the liver. If you take any medication, ask your pharmacist this week. Is grapefruit safe with my list? That one question protects you and unlocks the best liver fruit. Eating the right fruit at night is half the picture. The other half is your morning routine, because a few ordinary morning habits, done with the best intentions, can quietly feed a fatty liver and undo your overnight work. In my next video, I will walk you through the morning routine that protects your liver and the common breakfast mistake that puts fat right back where you do not want it. I will see you there.